G'day viewer, welcome back to the channel. It's been a little while, but you know, small business, 2 young boys, happy wife, happy life, and all the rest of the stuff. Today what we're doing, well, the next little project for the next few months is going to be fitting modern air conditioning to the old Hvac charger. The standard charger comes with an underdash, or this model, the 770, came with underdash aircon, and they never really had, you know, integrated face vents, feet vents, recirculation, aircon, and all that sort of stuff. So rang up a mate of mine and said, hey, what have you got that'll in the wrecking yard that'll fit into a charger? And he had a quick look, not too much of a look, but a quick look, and said, I'll pull this unit out of a Hyundai XL. It's cable control in the fascia, and it's a compact enough looking unit, and it might do the job. So I've had a bit of a muck around with it, and this is what I come up with. Normally the charger fan pokes out here into the engine bay, and what I've done is cut up the dash a little bit and come up with this. So we'll see how this works out. So like I said, this is out of a Hyundai XL. Let me move my lighting to here-ish. Oh, that's probably better. So with the Hyundai XL, it almost perfectly lines up with the standard vent. You know, normally you've got the big duct that goes down and comes out, and you pull a little lever or a knob, and you get a big blast of air at your balls, I was going to say, crutch area, and the same happens on the driver's side. Well, the Hyundai XL unit, this vent here is either recirc or fresh air, and that, like I said, it all mounts up very nicely with the standard charger outlet. Then you've got, what's this unit here? Oh, that's the aircon unit. So the unit's in 3 pieces. You've got the fan, recirc and fresh. Then you've got the air conditioning, what's it called, evaporator or condenser evaporator. The evaporator happens here. And then you've got your the vent unit, the duct unit is this 3rd unit here. So that has lined up pretty good. You can see what I'm using here just for mock-up, and I'll make brackets and little screws to support it there, and probably one underneath and all that sort of stuff. But I haven't had to do much cutting of the firewall. I've had to dig this little hole there with a die grinder. So you've got your high pressure gas in and your low pressure gas out, or liquid in, gas out, I think it is, with Hvac systems. And it's, at the moment it clears. This is the fascia that this is the fascia here, and as I said, it's got cable control there, and that's the fascia with, you know, your aircon button, face, feet, vent, recirc, blah blah blah, like all modern cars have. And I'll pull the units off the back of here, and then create some sort of, you know, period correct dashboard arrangement where you can just press the button for aircon and slide it to have, you know, demist on your windscreen, or a face level vent, or feet. And the feet unit, there's already some holes under there for the feet. What you've got up here is this vent here, this outlet is for your demist section, and the rest of it, that big outlet there, is for, well, on the Hyundai XL they've got 4 outlets. I really don't know what I'm going to do with the outlets for the charger dash, but I'm probably going to con my sons into 3D printing something and making it into a good thing. The other minor issue I might have is with the wiper. Oh, hang on, here we go. With the wiper linkage and wiper motor. But I've got a plan for that as well. It could be as simple as, I'm thinking about using a Mitsubishi Magna wiper motor and a Mitsubishi Magna steering wheel, you know, stalk control on your steering wheel, because they're a nice little self-contained units. In fact, the switch unit integrates the, you know, your high, low, medium and intermittent wiper section as well. So I think that'll be a good thing. Yeah, like all these 5-minute jobs, they take 8 hours. Another little rust repair I have to do, which is going to be horrible, is that one there. And so normally there's a little chrome, oh, the light does not like that. There's a little chrome unit that bolts on there, and there's a strut that goes from there to there for your fold out window. And it looks like 6 hours work, and that really means about 16 hours work. But we'll get there. The other thing I really want to show you is me paint and panel beating efforts are getting a little bit better. And it's funny that, you know, the more you do it, the better you get. Oh yeah, the more you do it, the less shit you get. And so this is what I've used here, is this epoxy primer, I'm pretty sure it is, grey green. I've treated the metal. There's another guy on YouTube, Resto Shed, or The Resto Shed, a couple of jokers from South Australia, absolutely awesome. Anyway, here's that resto finish I've put on the driver's side guard, and it's hard to sand, but bloody hell, it goes on it goes on like a few microns thick. I don't know how many, maybe 20 or 30 or something. And so you can sand it and it comes up flat and pretty damn nice. Now, this one's seen a bit of action up here. There's filler and, you know, of course, bog. Everyone uses bogs, quite normal. But yeah, this resto finish, it's becoming a bit of a favourite of mine because it works so well. It just works really good. In fact, I did the nose cone. Let's have a look over here. And again, I used old mate Cooper's strip club on this, and then deoxed it, and then put the resto finish on it. And man, you know, I can really just sand it and put a top coat on that, I reckon. And again, it's not going to be a top 10, you know, what do they call it, like a Howard Astle finish and absolutely perfect, but at least we'll be on the road and driving, and I'm happy enough for that. Oh, some of the rust repairs I'm doing that get bigger than Ben-Hur, I'm using this stuff to fill the major holes and then just go over the top with a normal bog or a filler, and it's working out quite well. The old CM Regal's going to get retired shortly. I've got a mate who's going to paint that for a really good price. That's going to come up okay and get put back together, and I'm going to move that on to fund the mighty VK 770. Anyway, that's enough of me wrapping it on for no apparent reason. Just keeping you up to date. All right, lads, guys and girls, take it easy. We'll see you on the next one. Cheers.